Hello CyberCats, I recently came across a video where a person solves Sudoku. Everything would be fine, but these videos gained 8 million views. I thought that someone is making these Sudokus, and perhaps even manually, so I decided to make a program that generates Sudoku. No extra words, go. From a programming point of view, a Sudoku field is a two-dimensional array of numbers. I'll make it the first step. Almost immediately, I find it inconvenient to read Sudoku in this form. Behind the scenes, I made a simple function that already resembles the usual fields of a Japanese puzzle. In order for the result of my program to always be different, I need to use work with random numbers, which is what I did. Next, I had to apply the Sudoku rules. There must not be identical numbers in one row or column. The same goes for 3 by 3 squares. I will definitely need a function that will check all these conditions. And then the first problem appeared. Often there are combinations that cannot be solved. I decided simply, if the loop runs more than a certain number of times, reassemble the new string. Now we need to fulfill the third condition, namely, unique numbers in each 3 by 3 square. Since we need to check every second and third line, I will write the corresponding algorithm. And it seems that you need to create another function that checks 3 specific digits of a given string. The function will work very simply. First, it determines the position of the digit we are checking, then we compare it with its neighbors. I have such an algorithm, but as we can see, we lack one more function. Fortunately, it will be short. Well, now we collect all the functions together and try to run our program. And now we see that our numbers match all the Sudoku rules. During testing, I found a bug. The fact is that it is not always possible to pick up random combinations of numbers, so I decided to work with time. I will limit the time for trying to assemble a Sudoku field to 0.2 of a second. If more time passes than in the condition, we clear our list completely. It's time to like and subscribe to the channel. Support us. One of the most important stages in development is the removal of numbers. First, I will make a list of all possible coordinates of the digits. Before starting work on the function, I will write down how it should work. Next, I begin to gradually develop it, and I fix bugs in the process. Sometimes I stuck on the errors for a long time. I will cut out these moments. In general, I made this project in 1.5 hours, and I thought about the algorithm for 2 evenings. Hooray! My program removes at least some numbers. But there is a problem. If there are too many of them or in the wrong coordinates, the user will not be able to decide. Therefore, the algorithm will have to be complicated. My idea is as follows. What if we remove only those cells in which there can be only one digit? If at the moment there is exactly one empty cell on the field, in which there can be only one number, then this guarantees that Sudoku has a solution. It remains only to program, but we already have all the necessary functions. We wrote them when we found out if there could be a certain number in this cell. Now it will be enough just to apply them in a different form. Now I will take random coordinates from the list. If there is not an empty cell in these coordinates and if there can be only one number, then you can put a space in it. Otherwise, we move on. At this point, I decided to simplify the loop, and indeed, he began to look better. I was almost there, but my program often ran into an infinite loop and I found problems over and over again and rewrote the code. At one point, I even added a loop so that if the Sudoku didn't work the first time, my program would restart its creation, but that didn't help much either. But over time, I found the problem. The fact is that if we remove more than half of the numbers, then in one cell there can probably be 2 or more values. With this problem, I will be able to deal with in the future. And now I propose to look at the code that turned out as a result. It was exciting. Not everything worked out the first time. As with any program, you need to sit, but as a result, you can still do it. Thanks to everyone who watched the video. Like, subscribe. See you in the next video.